I'm actually going to be trying the orange cream.
Are you
ghost.
recording?
I am recording. So you show off yours, I'll show off mine.
Show me yours. You'll show you mine.
Yep.
Is that what we're doing here? Electric blue monster.
Nice. Orange
I don't know why the camera's fucking
blurring that shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to just blur the background, but whatever.
I got orange cream ghost. I liked the last two. I think the strawberry mango one, strawberry bango or whatever, strawbango, is pretty decent.
Orange cream ghost is really good. The raspberry cream is really good as well. If you can find that.
Did you see that?
I did.
Shit fly.
She's a squirter. She's a squirter.
Already, that's better than both the last ones.
Yep. Oh God. The sour and the bubbles hit me right in the little fucking dangly.
I'm not used. I don't necessarily like drinking this kind of stuff. I kind of avoid any sort of energy drink, pop or.
Yeah.
So it's kind of why I've been battling it every time I've taken a sip of one.
It's so good, dude. The Sour Patch Kids are my favorite ghost.
That's next. That one's next, but that's gonna do for now.
Did you ever try the Warheads candy?
Yes, I did.
They have Warhead flavor ghost. They got the watermelon, and they got one other one, dude. Tastes just like the Warheads, just like the candy.
As everybody can tell from the title, we're gonna be diving into some Nukes top 5. No doubt we're gonna be doing some debunking. I already guarantee you that. It's very easy to do it.
We are watching Nukes top 5, yeah.
We'll go ahead and dive into this. I'm excited. I do like Nukes top 5. So here we go with Nukes top 5. Scary videos that will creep you out.
On the YouTube channel NI Explorer 84, a guy named Brian explores abandoned places in Northern Ireland. Now, it should be mentioned that Brian is not a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator. In fact, he says he doesn't believe in ghosts at all.
I want to start by saying I am very, very, very skeptical.
It's a good way to start it out. I will notice Nukes does this a lot with videos like this, where he'll kind of say that the person's not a skeptic or they don't believe or anything like that. And this isn't just for this guy. It's for a lot of videos I've seen.
It kind of prefaces it to make it so it's out of the ordinary for them to catch stuff like this.
So what do you think is going to happen, Andrew?
Hopefully he shits his pants.
Don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm open to the possibility slightly, but even from the age of 9, 10, I slept in a graveyard for like 5 hours in the middle of the night because I wasn't afraid of it. Doesn't bother me. Don't believe in it.
But Brian recently...
He sounds like Cleveland.
A little bit, doesn't
Family
he?
Guy.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's the tone of his voice. Not the accent. It's the tone of his voice. You're liking that, aren't you?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like the orange cream.
Pour it in your fruit salad.
Hell no. Hell no. I'm not going to waste those fruit.
He had an experience that might make him reevaluate his feelings about the supernatural.
Oh!
You see, a few weeks ago, he explored an old abandoned theater in Omagh, Northern Ireland.
That's pretty dope.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I would love to do that. There's a theater here in Dayton. The Midget Theater. Downtown Dayton. I want to. It was owned in 1900s by a little person, and he called it the Midget Theater.
That's kind of epic.
As he walked into one of the screening rooms, he captured something that he just can't explain.
I'm gonna go in here. Right. So the thing I'll say, get in here. Right. In here, it smells of smoke. There's means people are smoking in here, and then what'll happen? The place will burn down. Jesus Christ! Like honestly.
And this time, wait.
What was this? What was the story? That it burnt down?
No, he said people are smoking in there, and then it can catch fire because people are smoking.
Okay.
What it is, he walks through the door, and there's a voice that says, "It's me." Really? I heard it clear as day. I thought
I was hearing whispering, but I didn't.
It's like, "It's me," and then I thought there was somebody with him because of how clear it was.
Did you hear it?
Get in here.
Oh, that's that. Okay.
As Brian walks
me
into
and then
a
something
screening
else.
room, two unexplained voices can be heard whispering in the darkness. They seem to be talking about Brian as they both say, it's people.
Oh,
Oh, yep.
Right.
It does say it's people. It's people.
The first one to me was it's me, and then I couldn't make the second one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot up a little bit. You're kind of much closer to the camera than I am, so I'm gonna scoot up and fuck.
And says that he had no idea what he had recorded until he uploaded his video and read the viewer comments.
So, 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up, got a notification from someone on YouTube who commented on video saying that, don't mean to freak you out, but at 8 minutes 40 in your video from the cinema that you did the weekend there's someone whispering in your ear. So then the guy on YouTube messaged you and he goes, by the way, it actually says it's people.
Brian also says that there was absolutely no one else inside the theater.
But the thing is, if you knew the cinema and where I was at, it's a closed hall with 3 rooms, 3 cinema rooms. I was in all 3 rooms. I walked around all 3 rooms twice. I come down back past that hall on the way out. So that's 3 times I was around that place. There was no one there. There was no one there. And it's not as if I was hearing someone's voice through the wall. It was a whisper and it was right beside where I was at. I can't explain it. I just can't. And I don't think I've missed anything and I cannot explain this. And it is freaky as shit, honestly. I've never caught anything like this ever in video.
But what do you think? Did Brian record the voices of spirits that haunt the old Oma Theatre in Northern Ireland? You decide.
What do you think, Andrew? Do you think
I got no way to explain it. As clear as it is, I would have to say that if it was added in, it was added in post. I got no way to. EVPs are hard to explain because it's either something rubbing on the actual device that's recording, or it's usually added in post. Especially like when it's clear like those are. But those have a little digital compression. They sound a little bit like they're underwater. At least to me, that's how it comes across. A little like it's underwater, like it's a little wet. Modulated, I guess would be the proper term for it.
So do you think it's even possible that there could be somebody in that building?
Could be.
Maybe saying
could be.
There are people here. Or like
it's an abandoned building, but as clear as they are, they'd have to be right on top of them.
Yeah. And I don't think they would risk saying something if that person was walking right there. So it's kind of tough, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I know you're right. I really can't think of any logical reason. The only thing I think logical would be that it was added in post-production or that someone was in a building and they were kind of saying to somebody, hey, there's people here, or something along those lines. So I guess that one could be an EVP for what it is. The guy seemed genuinely shocked, so you never know. I know there are people who act online, but he seemed genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's possible, I guess.
Imaginary Fiend.
Oh.
A guy named Ahmad.
You already know you're in for something special when their video title is Imaginary Fiend. We're going to be... How much you want to bet this is going to be one of those videos with the little kids who are saying they see somebody?
Yeah.
Was visiting his family home when his 7-year-old sister wanted to show him a cute little picture she'd drawn. But it wasn't a cute picture. In fact, it was kind of horrifying.
Wait, what are you going to show me?
My picture
Slenderman.
I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy,
Slenderman.
and that's me.
And what's that?
Holy
Steve.
shit!
Steve.
Dude, that's the fucking thing from Repo. That face that flies around?
Kinda. You know what it kind of looks like?
What?
There was a cartoon in the 90s on Nick called Real Monsters. And one of it was a black and white candy cane. It had a big mouth just like that. Look it up. It looks exactly like that. It was a female, though, in Real Monsters.
Oh, yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it? I've seen this.
Funny, dude.
Yeah, I've seen this show.
I used to watch the hell out of that.
Yeah. A little bit. Kind of does look like a that and a mix with Yoshi.
Steve.
Steve.
Looks like a Steve.
Steve,
Who's Steve?
my friend.
Your imaginary friend.
My best friend.
Your best friend, Steve. You've got a best friend that looks like this.
It's my best friend, Steve.
Okay. I'm leaving the house.
The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create renderings of what Steve might look
I like that.
in
Oh.
real
That's pretty creepy.
You know why his eyes are red?
Why?
Cocaine.
life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse.
Mama said you got 2 imaginary friends.
No, I've got 2 best friends.
You've got 2 best friends.
Yeah, 2. Do you want me to show you another picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And
That thing is Margaret.
who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Oh, he's got X's in his eyes.
Yeah,
See that?
like
In the
they
cartoon?
like they had attacked him, yeah, and ended him.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
I think that's
And
the
he's got-
least bit of concern with that picture.
And he's got red on him. See all that around him?
Yeah, and I noticed there's like some sort of tentacle thing attached to him right here, going from Margaret to him.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No,
No.
no.
Actually, this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve, whoever this person is.
It turns
I don't think it's a person, man. Just by looking at it, I would say it's probably not a person, but I would say, kids have very vivid imaginations too.
Yep.
So it's not like I'm going to sit there. I mean, I've heard so many stories of these kind of situations happening, and people do get freaked out. They do get creeped out. I don't blame them. Fuck, I'd be creeped out.
Well, it's funny to me because it's his little sister, like a kid sister.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter. The hanging head.
What do you think of that one? Paranormal?
Funny. No.
No? You think it's a vivid imagination?
Yeah.
You think she's watching horror movies late at night?
Could be. You don't know. We don't know these people.
A woman is running a daycare out of her quiet suburban home. It's an average day, and the kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems normal. But then things start to get a little spooky. A little boy comes running out of one of the nearby rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider hurries over and asks him what's wrong, but he's too terrified to speak. He just points at the open door.
Well, it's hard to even tell what he's really doing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't barely see what's going on over there.
I can't see anything in that room.
No, so like he's saying he's pointing over there in the corner, but I don't even know if he is, so unless he got a hold of the teacher and she said he was, but
Cautiously, the woman goes to check it out for herself.
Did you do that? Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
While the woman is in the room investigating, a heavy child's playhouse suddenly tips over on its side.
Andrew?
Those aren't that heavy.
No.
I had my daughter had one of those. Those aren't that heavy. A kid could easily knock it over, but I haven't seen a kid in there. So unless there's fishing line and somebody off camera pulling the fishing line, then I don't know. I can't explain it.
The crash startles her and leaves the children a bit confused. But here's where things get very, very creepy. Because, did you see it? Viewers of the video point out that there are two creepy little hands reaching down.
What?
That I can't make that out. It just looks like spots to me.
Everything in that room just looks like a blurry mess.
Yeah.
Viewers of the video point out that there are two creepy little hands reaching down from above the door. The hands look to be about the size of a child, and they pull back and disappear just as the little boy runs from the room. Now, the daycare provider's daughter who posted the video says that she didn't even notice.
They do pull into the room there.
But there's kind of something up with the camera when they do it.
Kind of off to the corner. Yeah, it's like an artifact.
It's these little hands until someone pointed them out in the video comments.
Yeah.
This is the room.
They look like an art. It looks like an artifact.
The thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video, you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that.
Okay, so the hands can kind of be looked at as digital artifact. A lot of the time, these home security systems and stuff like that, they loop back on themselves to save space. They're on like a DVR system, right? And it's just it's a hard drive in there, and it just loops back over itself and erases previous footage and just rewrites it. A lot of the times it'll leave artifacts in there. So the hands could just be something that was left in. I can't explain why there would be fucking hands on top of the door, but they could be an artifact of something else.
I'm always very skeptical of footage like this because it's so blurry, it's so grainy.
It's potato.
It's shit, right? It's shit.
It's potato, and the hands are extra potato-y.
Every time something spiritual or paranormal happens, it's always on one of these crappy ass cameras. Always, never something clear. It's always this.
It's easier to hide the edits in potato footage.
I know. That's my concern with this. And if there was a string attached to this dollhouse, it would be very hard to see with all this grain.
Especially with as far away as it is.
And notice that it only falls when the kids are not near it.
Yeah.
Why
and she's out of the room.
Why doesn't it fall with one of the kids next to it or something, like, and it hits one of the kids? Probably because whoever has the string is making sure they don't hurt the kids, right? But they want to make it look like it's happening within just a normal everyday day at a daycare.
Says that she is also confused as to how the child's playhouse could just turn over.
Firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't...
What do you think of that, Andrew? It's pretty hefty.
They're not that heavy.
Make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that.
But the story gets even creepier as the daycare provider's daughter explains just why the little boy ran out of the room in the first place.
Oh.
The main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason.
Oh, it's a vanity.
Apparently,
Okay.
The little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors.
A few days later, and the daughter...
Okay.
So he saw a face in the mirror.
Mirrors are often considered portals.
For all we know, and I know this is going to be a very annoying criticism, and I apologize for that. If there was a blanket or a sheet over that thing, okay? Let's say the kid has not been, let's say he's not used to seeing his reflection. He looked really young. He pulls it off, and his face is right there. Do you think that could have made him jump?
It's a possibility. It doesn't even matter if he's not used to seeing his reflection or not. He could look in the mirror every day, but he goes to lift it up and he's doesn't know that there's a mirror there. He goes to lift it up, sees somebody, they're startled. Adults get startled like that too. So
yeah, guilty as charged. It's happened to me. And
or that clip of the girl that's in the she's laying down on the carpet and she brings her feet up into the mirror.
Yeah.
And her feet just coming into her peripheral vision scare the shit out of her.
Yeah. So I'd be more believable. I think it's more believable that the kid probably saw his own reflection, got spooked, ran out, instead he saw a face. Because to him, that's what it is. He saw a face.
For me, it's one of those things I would have to like get in there and seriously investigate before I could dismiss it.
I get that.
But
Yep. I get that. I get it.
yep.
Notices something weird.
Whenever it comes to TikTok shit, by the way, I'm already skeptical.
Yeah.
TikTok.
I'm on board with Nukes because he credits the OPs.
Yes, he does all the time.
Yep. Even if it's fake, give him credit.
Yep.
On the CCTV. As she is watching, the child security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own. She heads into the room to investigate, but she's not ready for what she finds.
Holy
Oh boy.
That's fucking creepy.
Not really. We need to see how it latches.
Do it again. Like, yeah, okay. Do it again.
Fucking just throws the thing off.
So the gate could have not been latched all the way.
That's what my first assumption was.
That's an easy one.
Let's go back a little bit, only because he said that apparently it lifts, like the latch opens and then it comes open, and I didn't really see that happen on the security camera footage.
No, it just kind of swung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As she is watching, the child security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own. She heads into the room
it just
to
swings open. I'm
investigate,
gonna
but
chalk
she's
that up to not being latched properly.
I've had them open by themselves, like just slowly, kind of, in my house before. We've had similar ones just like that. Nope.
ready for what she finds.
Holy That's fucking creepy. Do it again. Like, yeah, okay.
Because that's not how it was.
Do it again.
Nope.
I'll wait.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it again.
Genuinely, you just scared me.
Do it.
Do it.
That's my Palpatine impression.
Open the gate.
Bitch. Oh God! Ah! Did you see that?
I didn't see anything. It looked like it froze to me.
Look at the this part right here, the purple curtain thing or blanket, whatever it is. The sheet, yeah, where the fucking mirror is. Now that I think about it. Okay, ready? Watch over here.
It's
Do it again. Open the gate.
Oh! Yeah, it kind of looks like
Okay.
it got a boner.
a little bit.
Yeah, like it just popped right up.
Somebody went, bing.
Literally, like it. Yeah.
Turkey's done.
Investigate.
As she is
the
recording the,
sheet off.
child gate and
To me, that's already fake. It's already fake. If that was me, I'd have pulled that thing right off. I wouldn't have even waited. I'd have just been like, done.
trying to encourage any nearby spirit to open it again, something suddenly moves under the sheet covering the vanity. It almost looks like a finger poking underneath. The movement is slight, but the young woman notices it immediately and just makes a run for it. The woman and her mother now believe that the little child's vanity was the cause of all the paranormal activity. They say that they have now sold the little wooden vanity to someone on Facebook Marketplace.
Zach Baggins.
That's why when you're home alone, keep it on you.
Yep.
Keep it on you.
I don't know if it's gonna help you with a ghost, but
Oh, dude, I'm shooting the shit out of a ghost.
Someone who actually wanted to buy the vanity just because it might be haunted. But was this actual
Definitely Zach
paranormal
Baggins.
activity? And if not, then just what are these bizarre little hands that seem to reach down from the ceiling?
coincidence.
You decide.
Coincidence, buddy.
If you see something that you think
Yeah,
would
that's
be
crazy
perfect
though.
for the top five,
It's cool. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Look, even if it's fake, there's a lot of effort that goes into making those kind of videos. I can appreciate it for that, but do I believe in it? No, I don't. Too many videos just like that, same beats, same rhythm, not legit.
Send it to Beardo.
Send it to Beardo. That's right.
I've emailed
Hashtag send it to Beardo. Did you know he got nominated for 2 awards?
For what?
Some sort of Paracon thing.
Nice.
Yeah, he got
Nice, dude.
nominated for 2 awards, which, that's fucking awesome. Good job. Congratulations.
me
By
at
the
Nuke's
way-
top 5.
By the way, Mr. Ghost Quest Jimmy, the documentary Ghost of Carmel, Maine is now going live on the distribution services.
Oh, really?
Because remember he a company auctioned them for it, like Hulu or something like that. They said that they were going to they wanted it or something like that. So he started looking into it. Or it was like a distribution service or something like that. It's like, hey, we want this. So they bought it. He had to go in and do all the subtitles again for it. And now it's starting to go live on these different services.
Well, that's crazy cool.
The invisible guest. Tristan says that his house in France is haunted by a very active poltergeist. He often hears footsteps and sees things moving on their own.
Nope.
There's orbs.
Did you just say orbs?
There's orbs.
Not on this channel.
If Phasmophobia has taught me anything, you need night vision to see orbs.
Oh yeah. If we're going by Phasmophobia logic, yeah, you gotta have night vision. That's right. Watch it just slam.
That's easy enough to explain. That could be a draft. It could be a vacuum from a draft.
What about the
That's
running?
easy enough to explain.
What about the running?
I heard something that sounded like thumping, but I just assumed that was something Nukes added. Because he was still talking.
Probably.
Or he had just wrapped up
no,
talking.
no,
when
it
I
was
heard
it was supposed to be running down in the hallway. I mean, whatever this is out there. Sprinting.
Creek. Fishing line.
Yup. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking too with the door. You could have someone out in the hallway, the guy who could have been running with the fishing line, pulling the door in the direction of where the hallway is, right? So it's pulling it that way. And then you have maybe someone on the other side of the bed. If he doesn't show behind him, there could be someone on the other side of the bed pulling a string to open the drawer.
If he was doing it himself, there would be like subtle camera movements.
Yep. I think he has people planted in the house.
The dog doing.
After having a psychic medium come over to cleanse his house, the paranormal activity only gets worse.
Of course it did. Because it was a fake psychic.
Okay. Yep.
Late one night, Tristan hears strange aggressive banging coming from his hallway. He grabs his phone and starts filming as he goes to check it out.
I just noticed the fucking cat just staring up at the door like.
Just run up to it and slam the door.
Now go all the way in.
If he doesn't look behind that fucking door, all the way.
Oh!
Okay, door's closed. Okay.
No.
Okay. It could have been a cut though.
That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Potentially right here. Well, no, the cat is the one thing that I'm looking at right now that's kind of...
Mm-hmm. Is it stuttery for you too?
I mean, as long as the video's playing for you, that's all that matters, but...
Yeah.
I did not see a cut there, but I'm sure there is one. I'm almost gosh dang confident. I'm almost gosh dang confident there is one.
Like, go back, scroll back a little bit to when it's a close-up on the door.
Oh, yep.
Like, lights on, and then the door takes up almost the whole...
It would have been...
That's when I would do it.
It would have been right there. Yeah, it's a good catch. Yeah, it would have been right there.
That's when I would have done it.
Yep, good. That was good. Yep.
Or I to fake.
The bathroom door handle is rotated.
And also, the cat wasn't scared. If you
Inquisitive,
noticed,
but not scared.
if there was something supernatural behind that door, I picture the cat would be a little bit more nervous to actually get close to it. To me, there's probably someone in his apartment or his house or whatever that the cat's aware of, and that's why the cat is curious what the heck he's doing behind that door, he or she. That's what it came off like to me. So, I think it's completely fake.
Hitting wildly as his cat stares on in fear.
Nuke, as the cat stares off completely in fear. Because that, to me, looks like... If the cat was, like, hunched up, its hair was standing up and everything, and it was hissing...
Hackles, yeah.
Then I'd be
Tail
like...
was all puffy.
Yeah, then I would be like, oh, boy. But that's not what it's doing.
Tristan approaches the door cautiously.
It looks like the cat's kind of conditioned to...
And there's no...
Conditioned to what?
It looks like the cat's kind of conditioned to be used to that kind of noise.
one inside. Cut to a few nights later, and Tristan says that some shoes in the kitchen hallway had moved on their own.
No!
So he sets up a camera to film down the hallway while he and his girlfriend watch TV in the other room. His camera catches something that is pure nightmare fuel.
Now, let me ask you something. For what reason does this guy have his camera just sitting there like this, facing that hallway? What's the purpose of this?
I'm right there with you.
Because I don't understand. Maybe he's like, I guess he could use the argument. Maybe he's trying to catch paranormal evidence while he's doing something. I guess, but the evidence had to happen right there as he has his camera facing it. By the books, fake haunting.
Slow effort, yeah.
Yeah.
A box flies out of a storage shelf and slams into the wall. Tristan goes to investigate, but he doesn't find anything. However, did you see it?
What?
It doesn't fall out either. Like, it doesn't fall out top first, like you would expect something like that to fall out.
Yeah.
It's kind of even and then travels down in an arc. It looks like it was pulled.
And Tristan checks his footage later and zooms in on the doorway. There's a strange, transparent apparition just standing there. The figure.
It looks like
Bagul.
Looks like whatever it is has like a hand over their mouth, like a sweatshirt on and a hand over their mouth. It's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
Figure is small, about the size of a child, and it quickly glides off into the hallway.
No.
Immediately after.
That was. How much you want to bet that was his girlfriend?
That's what I was thinking.
And he just turned the opacity up on her.
Yep, that's who I was thinking too.
The box violently flies off the.
That's probably who was shaking the door handle too.
Storage shelf.
Bagul.
These
Yeah.
days, Tristan says nothing seems to be working to get rid of the poltergeist that haunts his home. And that
Dumper.
now he's just planning
Right.
to move out. The curse of room 112.
Ah!
At a quiet nursing home, staff member Camila Torres says that there's one room that no one dares to stay in anymore. Room 112. Camila says that room 112 is notoriously known as, quote, the death room. You see, every resident who stays in that room experiences sudden medical issues that often send them to the hospital, and sometimes they don't survive. The nurses and staff
stay
at
there.
the home say that they get
Huh? You'll stay there?
I'll stay there.
Yeah. Give it an old experience. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
chills just walking
Check me
past
in,
the
Jordan.
room door.
Yep.
Now, eventually, things got so bad that room 112 was just left empty. But it seems that something is still inside. One night, the nurses are creeped out as the call alarm in room 112 suddenly goes off, as if a resident inside is pressing the emergency button for help. But again, there's not supposed to be anyone in room 112.
Get the light, get the light.
You say you checked it?
Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. No, I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is insane right now. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Do you think, and this is my first assumption, do you think it could have been a malfunction?
Could have been bad electricals, yeah.
Yeah. That was my first assumption. And maybe that thing, it's not the first time it's gone off because of a malfunction. And that's why maybe some rumors spread that this is like a death room. I don't know if,
Yeah,
I don't
could
know,
be.
like what they said about the people like who passed away inside the room, or like it got so bad that they had to be sent to the hospital. I don't know if that's true because I don't know if there's any documentation on that. But
It's an old folks home.
so it probably has happened, but it's probably happened within that place all the time, right?
Yeah.
So this might be the one room with a malfunction or like electrical problems. So maybe that's why they associate it with like a death room. I don't know. It'd be one of those things where we'd have to go and investigate, see what actually happens in that room. But for right now,
Yep.
I just say it's probably just a normal malfunction.
Could be
What was it?
could be corroded contacts inside of the box that grounded out and caused a short. That'd be the first thing I would look at. Pull the cover off and poke around in it and see what happens.
I think there's an explanation. Now the door shutting. It's kind of cool, but I feel like there's a logical explanation.
Probably.
Unfortunately.
Camilla watches the CCTV as the heavy door to room 112 slowly closes by itself.
No!
She and her coworker go to investigate, but as expected, there's no one there. Cut to a week later.
The actuator on the door could also be going bad or failing.
What's that? Do explain.
The on the top of the door that holds the door open. It's that little arm that's attached to the doorway and it's attached to a box
Did
on
it
the
have
door.
one?
That could be going bad. Those are usually either pneumatic, so air, or those are hydraulics or like fluid.
Okay.
And depending on if the actuator is going bad, it could lose force and then close slowly like that.
Okay. Well, that's certainly interesting because I had no idea. I didn't even see the thing on the door.
12 slowly closes
That's
by
how they're
itself.
held open.
She and her coworker go to investigate, but as expected, nursing home are enjoying no one there. Cut to a week later. Residents of the nursing home are enjoying a visit with a therapy dog.
A dog?
Suddenly, things take a very creepy turn.
Where's your other sucker?
Well doing.
He said,
He said, fuck this, I'm done.
The dog.
Really?
So, if it's trained like regular, special needs dogs, it could be signaling for help right there. It's not barking though, just kind of whining.
And like you said, they keep these doors open, right?
Yeah.
If they're vacant. So the dog might have got curious because it looks like the rest of the doors are kind of closed. So if it saw the door open, it might just walk over there and check it out. I've had animals actually wanting, dogs specifically, mostly only dogs, where cats will just go in. They don't care. Dogs will stop and kind of make sure with people that it's okay to go in before they go in. So like it's whining, it might want to go in, but it doesn't know if it's okay or not.
The normally calm therapy dog suddenly becomes very agitated. It just walks away from the
Not
group
really.
and heads down the hall.
That's my problem with Nukes, is that
It's not agitated at all.
No, he said that with the cat too. He said the cat was scared, and it's like the cat didn't look scared. The dog looks like it's just a friendly little old dog. It's like, I'm getting curious. I'm going to walk over here and see what's going on. And it did. That's pretty much all it is.
Straight to room 112. The dog stands at the doorway looking inside and whimpering as if it is staring at something disturbing in the darkness. Something that no one else can see. As word about haunted room 112 begins to spread, the nursing home residents start to get a little freaked out. One woman decides to perform a religious cleansing ritual on the room, and she asks Camilla to record her so that she can share it with her Catholic friends group on Facebook. The video captures something that is downright chilling.
Look. I know she's old, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm hoping she gets thrown backwards out of the room. Like, give me a good old like Conjuring Universe air yeet.
Fucking ghost wombo combo.
Just James want it. Just James want it, dude.
But that'd be a dream.
Just hit her square in the chest, throw her straight back out of the room. That's what I'm hoping for.
I don't feel bad about saying that because that's what it's all about. All right. If I get thrown, I'm gonna consider that a win. Like a legit, I get fucking yeeted and busted through a door. I'm gonna be like, that's it. Ghosts are real. Let's get the fuck out of here. Perfect. So if that does happen,
she's a resident here, so she's got to live there.
Right.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
Did you see it? As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112, the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force. The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if something was trying to snatch them right out of her hands. Camilla says that to this day, haunted room 112 still remains empty. Dark reflection.
I have issues.
You have issues?
I have issues with that. How the fuck did the camera woman not react to that?
I thought she said,
I didn't hear that.
Let's go back a little bit.
And the woman reading, that should have been in her peripherals. So unless she's blind, like here.
Yeah.
Right? She's like looking off this direction with something in this hand, right? So unless she's blind here, she should have seen that shit fly off like this.
And her hand was pretty up. It was pretty up there, pretty far. So she should have seen it. Listen.
This home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus.
And then she even backs up a little bit. Now she didn't make it aware though to her that she had seen it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you would have told her that just happened.
Right. Or maybe she just assumes that the old lady saw it.
Then she keeps reading the prayer, like she just goes, because that would have been crazy to see that happen in front of somebody. I would have been like, oh shit. So
because she's like exorcist level concentrated right now.
Yeah. Do you think that might be the reason why she didn't react to it too? Because she might be so concentrated on the room itself. I can't see into the room, unfortunately. I don't know if there's anybody back there or anyone like it's tough. It's tough. I don't know.
Did you see it? As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112, the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force. The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if something was trying to snatch them right out of her hands. Camilla says that to this day, haunted room 112 still remains empty. Dark Reflections.
All right.
The recent film, The Conjuring Last Rites, is based on Ed and
Hey, we were just talking about this.
Lorraine Warren's investigation of the infamous Smurl haunting in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl claimed a demonic presence tormented their family for...
Okay, so this is Ed and Lorraine Warren then. Interesting. I thought they were going to show like a clip from Sam and Colby or something.
over a decade, filling their home with strange noises, chilling screams, moving objects, and even physical attacks. Since the movie's release, many people have gone back to revisit real footage that was shot inside the Smurl house.
I want all of you now to think of the most violent thought you can imagine.
Oh!
That's it, folks.
One particular clip has unsettled many viewers. In it, Lorraine Warren gives a tour of the Smurl home, pausing at a closet where the family often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
This is the closet area, and especially in the back of this closet, where they will hear much of the rapping that takes place in this bedroom.
And here's where things get really creepy. Look closely as Lorraine Warren reaches for the closet door. Her reflection in a nearby mirror looks just wrong. Her face appears dark and distorted, and her eyes have gone black. Given Lorraine Warren's reputation as a psychic empath, some believe that she may have been channeling the dark entity that haunted the home. But what do you think?
I look over to see you nodding your head.
There's no light in that corner. She's looking off into what is a dark area. Her head, to me, looks like she's tilted down a little bit. It's already cast shadows because of your eyebrows.
Right, right.
Copy that with, fucking VHS or 35 mil, whatever the hell they were shooting on.
So you just don't buy it.
And however many copies down the road that we're looking at, like that could just be degraded footage that's been like copied all to hell. The original, we don't know if that's the original take or not. If it's not, then it's already suffered at least one form of degradation, because every time you copy vintage tape like that, the resolution degrades. It gets worse and worse and worse with every copy made. That's why the Patterson-Gimlin footage on the internet looks so fucking bad, because it's degraded all to hell. So we don't know what generation of footage that actually is. We don't know how far down the line of copies that could be. So we're dealing with artifacts of the tape itself. We're dealing with possible degradation, however many degrees it is. We're dealing with her looking into a dark corner with her head kind of tilted down. So we've got multiple things working against her face morphing like that. Not to mention, somebody could have gone in later and touched it up to make it look extra dark. To me, it's nothing.
Yeah. And also, I've noticed that her eyelids are a little bit dark too, but that also could be, from what you said too, though, also.
She could be smoked. Have the smoky look on her.
Potentially.
Often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
Because it is. If you look at her, when she looks at the camera, she's gray around here already.
Oh, true. True, yeah. Specifically right in here. And also, if you look at her face, you can see it get darker the more she looks towards the closet.
Loud and insistent knocking.
But they don't say nothing about that. Watch that.
This is the
See it?
closet area.
Her eyes were already getting darker as she was looking
And
over there.
Look, you see the shadow line on the face right there on top of the mirror?
Right here.
No, up on the face, like right here at this area. That shadow line right across the top of her face right there, across her nose and up.
Yeah.
It's a shadow right there.
And also, look how dark it is back here, too. I'm sure those got darker also. But of course, the one thing they were going to lean towards was her face. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again.
Closet where the family often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
Look at everything else in the corner at the same time as her face.
This is the closet area.
Yep. Everything got darker. Everything got darker. Okay.
In the back of this closet.
Now, if we saw her like reflection, like do like a creepy ass face, like a full on creepy ass face or something like that, then, or like move differently, then maybe. But
I would still chalk that up to editing.
more than 100%. Did they have that sort of? They could do that back then, right? They could do that.
They could do it now. They could do it now with that.
Well, of course now, but like back then, could they do it back then?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. It would have taken some form of film studio for it. This was the 80s.
Where they will hear much of the rapping that takes place.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Amityville house when that little kid was in the doorway looking out. And people are like, "Oh my God, that's one of the kids that got killed in the house." Like, no, that was just one of the investigators or one of the real estate agent's sons. In the picture. It's not anything paranormal.
Nope. And then they went along with it. Listen, I used to be one of those guys who actually believed it was a ghost. Okay, yeah, I was like, that's the coolest fucking shit ever. But
the haunting in Connecticut with the Snedeker families.
Yeah,
that's my favorite Warren story, but it's just a story. Like, I'm on record saying that that's my favorite story. Like, I have a video up about the difference between the Warren case and the movie Haunting in Connecticut.
Oh, you talking about like the
video,
the one from like
I have
2006?
a video up about that. 2010.
That was a good movie.
And it was also an episode of A Haunting in the 90s.
Oh, I loved A Haunting. A Haunting was, you want to watch them? It was scary.
That's the goat. It's still on. They're on YouTube.
Yeah, that show,
dude. I used to listen to them at work all the time.
Oh, dude, that show scary. I'm sorry. Like, I will be honest. That show used to give me nightmares when I was a kid.
I was a kid watching.
Did you ever see the episode? Now I'm a nerd out now. Did you ever see the episode where the lady owns that like ranch, and her horse is out in the stables, and she's in the house with a bunch of her like friends, right? And they all have there's like a walkie-talkie or a radio that kind of is out, like it connects to the stables outside, and her horses start freaking out on this recorder or this
like a baby monitor.
Yeah, like a baby monitor, walkie-talkie kind of thing. And then all of a sudden they start hearing like a whistling coming through, like a guy whistling.
Intercom.
Dude, hair's already standing up. Hair's already starting to stand up. But they start hearing like a whistle coming from the stables. And when she went out there with her friends, there's nobody out there.
Interesting.
And the horses were fucking terrified of something, scared the fuck out of me as a kid. Do you believe in those stories? Be honest.
No, but they're good stories.
They are good stories. I love a good ghost story. You know, I love the paranormal. I do believe in the paranormal, believe it or not. I know it's hard for it to tell, but I believe in that shit. The Haunting, I wish this shit was like that. I really do. I wish it was, but the more and more I dive into it and I start throwing the logic over the paranormal, the more I start disappointing myself.
Suspension of disbelief. When you're going into watching shows and stuff like that, you really have to suspend belief.
Yeah.
Or disbelief. You have to want to believe that stuff's real. And unfortunately, analytical people can't really suspend disbelief like that.
No.
Because we have to, it's just part of our brain chemistry. We have to know how things work.
I understand why people don't like debunkers. I do.
We take the fun out of it. Buzzkills.
We do. We're buzzkills. And I might be a buzzkill in a lot of ways. This whole video has been a buzzkill.
And here's where things get really creepy. Look closely at
TikTok _ bad
mom.
Happening since
but
she
it's the
and her
good kind of bad because there's 2 D's.
I get it.
Into their new home. At first, her oldest daughter told her that someone was whispering to her at night as she tried to fall asleep. The little girl said that she couldn't understand what the person was saying or even whether the voice was male or female. On another evening, her daughter said that she heard someone calling her name from downstairs. Now,
have you ever had that happen to you, by the way? We've sworn you heard someone call your name. You never had that happen?
I've heard like, hey.
I've literally been in this room, or just anywhere in the house, and I have heard my own dad say, "Jordan," and I'd get up and I'd go ask him, "What's up?" He's like, I didn't call you." I'd be like, holy shit. Could that be in my head? For sure. Because I might be so used to hearing people calling my name. It throws me off every time. It's a little unsettling. Even knowing it's probably logically explained, still a little unsettling.
At first, Mom Jacqueline just dismisses these claims as a child's imagination.
It's a banger track, though.
Is it a banger track? Hell yeah.
But then one day she catches something on her living room camera that is truly disturbing.
What happened?
To me, it looks like the thing throws something to get her attention. She walks over and then starts flapping her wrist like this.
Yeah.
And then starts going owie. So to me, it looks like whatever entity threw something to get her attention so she would come over. It scratches her. She says owie and then runs off to get mom.
Okay.
Is what it appears to be doing.
Let's go ahead and rewatch that really quick. I can't tell if that came off the couch or from underneath it.
I don't know.
It fell off the couch.
Off.
Yep.
Off, yeah.
And then the bag falls over.
Yep, the bag moves. But the bag could have been air disturbed by the girl walking over.
We're about to find out. Let's see.
So no, it definitely was not air from her.
Jacqueline's daughter is playing at their table when suddenly a toy comes bouncing across the floor towards her, almost as if thrown by something.
Well, it could have been. It could have fallen off though. There might have been something because there's so much stuff piled up right here.
Yeah.
It could have been something that was just set on the blanket. Kids set stuff on stuff all the time without it being like a proper place to set it and a level place to set it, and stuff tumbles all the time. So what could have happened right there. But the bag doesn't seem like it was moving a whole lot when she walked over.
The girl goes to check it out, and then a plastic bag falls to the ground. Now, either of those could be written off as a simple coincidence. But then things get kinda weird. The little girl suddenly cries out and clutches her arm before running upstairs in tears. Later, she tells her mom that something grabbed her, and when Jacqueline looks, there's a fresh red scratch on her daughter's arm. Jacqueline says that both of her children now sleep in bed with her. So, is there something sinister haunting Jacqueline's new home? Tell me what you think down in the comments.
Also,
could have been a bug bite.
Could have been, yeah. Could have been. Let me say, I love when little kids walk around with their guts hanging out like that. It's hilarious, dude. Like my daughter still does it. She's 9. She'll be 10 in December.
Yeah.
My daughter does it. It's the cutest thing.
A lot of that stuff was easily explained. Could have just had something fall off the couch, bag fell off the couch, and then she went like this. So she said she had something. She said apparently the mom said something grabbed her, but I don't know that for a fact. I don't even know if Nuke knows that for a fact. I just don't know. If she got bit by, let's say, like a flea or
that could have been when she got bit. When she starts doing that.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think she got bit by something.
Haunted housekeeping. A woman named Sarah says that she works as part of the cleaning staff at a nursing home. Now, to avoid any confusion, while Sarah usually speaks Spanish in her videos, this nursing home is actually located in Arizona in the U.S.
Trabajo en una área donde prácticamente vienen a morir los viejitos que están solos, que no tienen familia, y es que se escuchan demasiados ruidos, y es que está terriblemente oscuro, o sea, está solo, apagan las luces, se abre el elevador, es una cosa espantosa.
Sarah says that since she has been working at the nursing home, she has heard and experienced many strange things.
Hello? ¿Qué fue eso? Se está escuchando el piano. Y no hay nadie en el piano. No mames. No hay nadie y lo estoy escuchando.
One day, while Sarah is working alone in the nursing home, things take a terrifying turn. She starts to hear strange, unexplained screams echoing through the halls.
¿De dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Pues se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá.
It sounds like the same noise over and over again. There is something because I was sitting here thinking, could it be like maybe a washer or dryer going, and it's making a very loud kind of.
Could be if it's belt driven.
Yeah, if it's belt driven. Yeah, if it's like an older one, maybe it could be something like that.
Could be whining.
Yeah. Let's take.
It does sound like shouting though to me.
There's a little bit of a something there. Yeah.
Es que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan.
It's definitely some sort of shouting.
Hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser?
Bruja.
Well, Jesus, I would. What?
It's the Bruja.
Get ready.
Ay, no. ¿Qué es eso?
Not the book cart. Not the book cart.
Okay, let's go back to that really quick, right?
No mames.
Ay, ¿qué pasa? Ay, no. ¿Qué es eso?
Okay, so if there was somebody there,
could be somebody in that little hallway there, yeah.
Or across with a string or something.
¿Qué podrá ser?
Because they'd be well hidden by this wall.
Yeah, partition. I don't know. The most obvious place for me would be in that hallway.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Ay, ¿qué pasa? Ay, no.
And she makes
her reaction. Her reaction though does seem more genuine.
No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
She said just now, I felt like someone touched me.
That could be psychosomatic though. Her reaction is genuine. The somebody touched me seems psychosomatic because she's already in an agitated state.
Right. The noise is building up, and then obviously seeing that thing move.
As Sarah searches the hallways, she doesn't hear it, but there is a strange voice that sounds like an older woman whispering, "I see you."
Bruja.
Not really a whisper, but it was creepy.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the Bruja.
Sounds like freaking Norma Bates from Psycho.
Then, out of nowhere, a cart rolls across one of the activity rooms completely on its own. Sarah says that just then she felt someone touch her back.
Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
And with that, Sarah has had enough. She just gets out of there. So, what do you think? Did Sarah capture evidence of a haunting?
You know what a Bruja is?
No.
It's a Mexican witch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
A brujo is the male version of that. So whenever you hear a Spanish speaker say something about a Bruja, they're talking about a witch, or they're calling somebody a witch. Or her reaction to the cart being pushed to me seems genuine. I don't want to say she faked anything. I don't want to say any of them faked anything. All I can really do is give my opinion.
Right.
But I do think there's shenanigans afoot.
Okay, that's fair enough.
In the critical care wing of the nursing home? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
And this nursing home looks incredibly closed down. Like there's no one around, there's no residents, there's no other sounds here besides what she's experiencing.
But couldn't you also make the argument that would make it easier to get people in there too? To set stuff up, since there's nobody around. So it's kind of difficult.
Could be practical joke getting played on her.
Potentially.
The cart for sure. The ICU.
Yeah.
To me is a little bit more clear. I don't know when exactly that's supposed to come across because I didn't hear that until he mentioned it.
Scary videos. Once again, these are videos that are kind of scary, but maybe a little silly, a bit funny, or just kind of weird.
All right.
First up, a ghost hunter in Malaysia tries to provoke a spirit into showing itself. He stands up on a table and dares the ghost to push him off. What happens next leaves him speechless.
The floor gonna cave in? Or the table is gonna break?
Oh. Yeah. God, dude. Oh.
Yep. Dude, he's lucky he didn't get no splinters in his fucking...
Dude, just the way he leaned back in pain.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's horrible.
Oh.
And that thing fucking broke easily. Like, pieces of it went everywhere.
Next up, somewhere in Vietnam, two girls who work in an unair-conditioned clothing store lie down on the floor to cool off. It was a terrible mistake.
Oh my god!
Oh, fucking mouse right up her pants leg.
Oh my god. That
a rat
sucks.
runs up one of the girls' pants and she has to Gangnam style it back out of there. Now, the weird thing I found out when researching this story is new fear unlocked. This happens a lot.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Dang. Wow, ran up my leg.
What?
Jesse
Oh, a
has
mouse.
caught a mouse.
In my pants.
Don't let it climb. Go ahead. Oh my god. She's just playing around with it.
Oh my god.
Is that your mouse?
My mouse.
Oh my god. Yes, I'm over
You can pull your pants down.
Yeah.
Oh gosh! It is? What the hell?
So until next time.
That would suck. That's the scariest thing that's happened. All right, that was Nuke's top 5. Out of all those, which one was your favorite?
Probably the mouse.
Okay, well, everybody, comment down below which one was your favorite, which one was the most non-believable one. I'm curious to know everybody's opinions down below. Most believable and most non-believable one. Let me know down below. Yeah,
Prediction.
Yeah, predict.
Prediction. Lorraine Warren is going to be the most non-believable.
Yeah, just because it's a Warren, yeah.
Prediction, yeah.
Fucking hit the like button if you guys want to see more content like this. We will do more collaborations in the future. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Andrew Stone Rock. Obviously, you can go to the name or the people who created it on, I don't know what it's fucking called, actually. Just go to the fucking link and just click on his name and subscribe to it. It's about as simple as I can get, I think. And until next time, please do take care.
Make sure you smash Jordan's ding dong. That way you're notified whenever he uploads new content.
Yeah, and that too.
J-Cuts has